I promised our daughter that I would always fight for her. 3 days before our court deadline, her attorney walked away from her case. The situation is Mila is 5 years old. She was born with a brain injury. Well, she was born pulseless for 25 minutes, which caused a brain injury. And that brain injury qualifies her for a Medicaid waiver called c-ptsd. Some of you may or may not be familiar with it. We're in the state of North Carolina. It's a waiver that she is entitled to, that she has a right to, that she qualifies for on so many different levels. Because of her brain injury, she has epilepsy. She has intellectual disability, profoundly low IQ, partial deafness, which is possibly caused by the brain injury. That's to be determined. And then, a lot of other issues that stem from that, severe speech and language delay. And the state's entire thing is that they want to misclassify her as a developmental case for the purposes of pushing her off of what is an expensive waiver onto a waiver with like a 10 to 12 year wait list. Not only that, but the alternative waiver, there's two. Neither one of them provide the medical support that she needs. And I don't know, to save a buck, I guess. I think that the way I assume it is that kids like her with this invisible disability, but very disabled, they don't have a wheelchair. They don't have tubes. And so I'm not, this is just what I think. I'm not accusing the state of anything, but I think they see them as low-hanging fruit and an easy rejection and pushing them onto these other waivers. I know that some of her doctors have said that they're starting to see this more often. You guys can do the timeline math on that one. It's not hard to figure out. But regardless, at the end of the day, she needs 24/7 supervision. She needs help with everything. She needs help with all of her ADLs, which you'll hear me say, activities of daily living. And the state wants to they want to completely ignore the cause of what happened. Mm-hmm. They want to just go right to how it presents itself. And I promised her I would always fight for her. With that being said, we are going to move into some pet peeves. They may not be as funny this episode, but we seek to always add some comedic relief to this podcast. Yep. I think that humor, especially for me, is necessary, or otherwise, this would be unsustainable. I have to be able to find some laughter, despite it. Yep. And so that's what we're going to do here on this podcast. And hopefully other special needs parents or medical parents or stroke survivors or whatever the case may be, maybe this will give you guys permission to laugh.
Yeah.
So with that being said, naturally, my first pet peeve is when attorneys drop cases in the middle of the fight.
It's fair.
Look, it's unethical. It is. You are 3 days away from a court filing deadline and you drop it like a hot potato.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I'm frustrated with it 100%. I wish I just knew the reason. I wish I knew if it was.
I think I know the reason.
Well, if it's not an easy case to win, and maybe it's just, I don't know. So that's what I don't know. If they were just unprepared, honestly, maybe that's part of it. Maybe that, for them, it's not just easy and a home run whenever you swing the bat. So therefore, we don't need to put any more resources into this because it's going to continue to draw out. Well, that's not right, but I'm just thinking through things.
I'll address that because it's not after the 40,000 hours I've put into this over this weekend or over the past couple days. I have a theory. And I don't think it has anything to do with the merit of her case.
Okay.
But I can talk about that a little bit later. I just totally lost my train of thought because 40,000 hours put into this.
Yeah. Seems about like it.
Yeah. So let's just move on to the next pet peeve and leave that one for a teaser. And you're reading it.
Okay. The next one.
Yep.
Got it. All right. My pet peeve is when you asked me when we could talk about the case, okay? And I said, basically, let me go back to it. It was basically that you said, hey, I've got an idea. I've got a workflow. I've got a plan, right, of what I want to do. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And you go, can we talk about it? And right at that moment, like you
were tired.
I was tired. I had just gotten done mowing the grass, I think, and maybe finishing some dinner and all of that. And I said, not right this second, but 8:30.
No. I threw back your own words at you. Remember in the last podcast?
I do remember that.
Yeah, how we talked about you really want me to commit to a time.
Yeah,
so I threw that at you.
That's right. Yeah, you did say commit to a time.
And then you said 8:30.
I said 8:30, yeah.
Okay, keep reading.
So then I was doing my thing, taking just a minute. And, it ended up where 8:30 rolls around, and there you were on FaceTime with your sister. And I was like, okay, I committed to a time.
And then I gave you 10 more minutes.
Yep.
And did we talk after that?
Not until way
I was
later.
still on FaceTime, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Totally was.
Not until way later, yeah. So, yeah.
So that kind of frustrated you?
It does, but that's a pet peeve of mine just because when it comes to time and time to do things, I am very on time. If somebody says something starts at this time.
You can be late to your own marriage. It's fine.
No. That gets in the whole thing. But anyway, that's...
We're late to our anniversary dinner. Number one, we both forgot it was our anniversary.
That's fair.
Both of us. 100%.
I knew it was coming up a while before, but...
Our anniversary is 3 days after your birthday? I joked when we first got married that I was your birthday present that year. And so we both knew it was coming up, but yeah, we 100% forgot.
Yeah, it was just with everything going on.
Oh, for sure. Which if comment below... If you've, I don't know what that was. Comment below if you have ever both forgotten an anniversary. I'm not calling husbands out. I'm not calling wives out. I want to know.
I'll get in trouble for this one from them.
I don't think so because we equally both forgot.
I get it. That doesn't mean that it's
No, I think it's on both of you. It's an anniversary. It's a shared event. I'm not putting this one on just men.
Yeah, well, I normally take care of it, but it's one of them things this time I knew it was coming up. We're tired. But yeah, I mean, I knew it was coming up and it was on my mind and I don't, it's almost like it's on my mind. I have a plan to do something.
Yeah.
And then something happens and then I just forget.
All of that very roundabout way of saying that we're going to be late to our own anniversary dinner.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to your point, yeah, you said 8:30 and I was unavailable at 8:30. I just needed to fill that 30 minutes with something. I mean, 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I mean, it wasn't like I was asking you to wait for an hour.
No, it wasn't. I don't know. I just figured, I just figured I'd make use of that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. It is what it is.
I think I just needed to I think if we're really analyzing what Rachel was thinking at this moment, I think I was just needing to decompress a moment, turn my brain off.
Well, that's what I wanted to do too.
Yeah. I just think I needed longer than 10 minutes. And so when you said 8:30 in my mind, I was probably thinking, wait, hold on. I'm not ready for that.
Well, you know what you can
but
do? You can say
no, because I put the time back on, or I put the thing back on you. So I couldn't, I had to abide by whatever. I don't know. It fell apart. It worked against me.
Yeah, it
didn't work out. And I'm still never going to commit to times. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, well, that's great.
I know. Okay. So let's see. Where are we at? Goodness gracious. It's me. Yeah. Okay. So this one's fun. My pet peeve is I've worked on a case for 11 hours facts. Actually, it was more than that. And the spacing in Microsoft Word still isn't right. I don't know what it is about spacing and formatting and all that kind of stuff, But when I'm preparing something, I want it perfect. Do you ever turn paragraph mode on, like where you see all the little P's everywhere?
Sometimes.
I do it all the time.
Sometimes I do.
To make sure it's perfect.
Okay.
And after 11 hours, one would think it would be perfect. But Microsoft Word has a mind of its own. Mm-hmm. Actually, I take that back. Docs on a MacBook has a mind of its own. And that is what I was using. And, it likes to change the formatting. It does.
What, you were using Docs instead of Word?
Oh, no. I was using Word. Never mind.
Oh, I was about to say.
I still blame it on it being a MacBook.
Well, okay. But
it's different. It's not the exact same.
No, it's not. But, my other question is like you like to tout AI. Did you not just throw it into one of them and tell them to format it for you?
I don't trust them to do that.
They can format it.
Nah, not right. Not right.
Yeah, they can.
No, they won't. It'll take way more time.
That's one of the easiest things for them to do.
No, it'll take way more time for me to correct their crap than for me to do it myself.
Okay.
So.
That's fun.
And then it was really fun because it was fun asking Ariana to review my citations. Because I was like pulling back like old high school stuff. And I was like, can you review these for MLA? And then did you hear how she was like, oh, Mom, what is this? And I was like, I ain't been to high school in like a long time. Okay. Yep. I blamed it on Claude, which to be fair, it was Claude's fault.
What was the fault of it?
The formatting, like I said.
So you did put it in the AI and put it in
I pasted what it provided me, and I asked it to provide it to me in MLA format.
Uh-huh.
No. It was a joke.
How much off was it?
A lot, according to your daughter.
I don't know about that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Okay.
I mean, come on, she's in high school. Like, that's what...
No, I get it. I'm not saying she don't know what any of that is, but...
No, it was off. Anyway, all of that being said, you are up.
Okay.
And this is going to be a callback for anyone who was here for episode 15.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, this one is... My pet peeve is when you've been working on Mila's case for 11 hours and the older kids can't even do the dishes right.
Yeah.
Still
a problem.
Still.
Yeah, one would think if Mom has been in the same chair for 11 hours, 2 days in a row, you could at least make half of an effort to do the dishes correctly.
That's why I just do it, because it's so frustrating.
Yeah, but we're not teaching him anything by that.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
This time, I think it was like a lack of cleaning out the sink when you're done. It's called like, don't just leave food particles in the sink when you're done with the dishes.
Yep.
Put them in the disposal. Mm-hmm. And scrubbing cast irons is something that one of your children seems particularly averse to doing.
Ariana.
You can just call her out.
Yeah, I will, because I know it is.
Yeah. And
she won't even rinse off the dishes before they go in the dishwasher.
And then going around the house and finding if there's any.
Mm-hmm. Aiden's good about that.
Aiden is good about that. And I will say the worst offender about having dishes in her bedroom, besides us, like, because we drink coffee sometimes or wine or whatever in there, and I always have, it's not midnight, but I call it a midnight snack. I always have a snack at night. So there may be like a plate or a coffee cup or a wine glass or all three in there in the morning or afternoon or whatever. Besides that, she's the one that has 1,000 dishes in her room.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes with milk that has rotted for a week.
I will say, when they're motivated to do something, though, they can do it.
You know what she's doing right now?
Like Ariana's, when she's motivated, she does something well.
I know. Do you know what she's doing right now?
I have no idea. Probably
cleaning.
Shopping for me.
Nope. She is cleaning the downstairs because I gave her an incentive.
Oh, really?
I gave her a budget for buying some. Don't worry, it's a small budget for buying some makeup on Amazon. Very small budget, and then an additional bit of a budget for buying something for Mila.
Okay. And
so she's downstairs. She's cleaning. She's working hard.
Mm-hmm. We'll see when we get down there.
Oh, I guarantee you it's going to be spotless. Because like you said. I'm listening to the sounds outside in the hall to see what our kids are doing. I think Aiden just...
Sounds like a dog. It sounds
dog
like
and children.
Yep.
Pause here, guys, for 1 second. Ready to resume?
Yep.
All right. All right. After that brief interruption. Okay, I am up next. Oh, this one's funny. My pet peeve is when we are deep in the middle of explaining the latest on Mila's case to each other, or rather I'm explaining it to you and like reading stuff to you. Mila's in the background yelling happily while playing Fortnite, and we cannot hear each other at all.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't trigger me, but it does. And I get so irritated. And sometimes admittedly have like raised my voice at her. And she doesn't know. And she's just in the background yelling, hi-ya, 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 I got him. And like, she's low-key kind of good at it at this point. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Does it drive you as crazy as it does me?
It does.
I don't
it's
know
cute
how.
to me.
I think it's because I don't know that you can hear me.
Well, you remember what I did yesterday? I mean, we were literally sitting there in the bed trying to discuss this. And she was sitting there playing on it. And when she...
Oh, yeah, that made me annoyed.
It really did.
Well,
she did something really good, and I was
she killed somebody on Fortnite.
Yeah, I was proud of her. She did really good.
But what did Steven do that I asked you not to do?
Yeah, I gasped, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that until...
Gasped.
Yeah, I didn't know that until...
Until I sharply said, please never gasp again, ever in your whole entire life.
But I was just very proud of her.
I know, and I think that that's really, really sweet. Just never gasp again.
And she was so happy after I said it, too.
Never
she was so happy. She looked back at me with the biggest smile.
Never.
Worth it.
Never.
I won't do it again, but it was worth it.
It was cute. Yes.
It was worth it.
There are two things going on here. Very cute and a sweet moment. Never gasp again. Okay. I'm going to pull the PTSD card right now.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Uh-huh.
But seriously, though, she's hilarious playing that game.
She is. She's funny.
And it can sometimes really, really overstimulate me. And then other times it's hilarious. And my brain can't make up its mind.
It's a movie in itself, essentially, her playing that thing.
That's so funny.
It is.
The cutest thing is where she's like dying in the game or something. And she's like, help, Mia, help.
Yeah.
Mia, help me.
Yep.
And like no one's coming to resuscitate her or whatever because they're probably happy she's dying.
I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay, last one for me is this one is more serious. Really irritates me, but I'm just going to read it because that's where we're at. So my pet peeve is when the state's attorney mentions Mila hasn't had a seizure in 11 months like it's a bad thing. Her first seizure nearly killed her, and we'd like to keep it that way. And she has said that. She's said that multiple times. She hasn't had a seizure in 11 months. First of all, we don't know that. Second of all,
from what we know,
right? Yeah. Observed specifically. Second of all, she acts like that's a bad thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, why are you happy about, or like not bad? Actually, I wouldn't even say she acts like it's a bad thing. She acts like it's a bad thing for us. She's happy about it.
Yeah.
That's gross.
I agree.
That's disgusting.
No, I agree. And
there's something seriously wrong with that.
Yep.
Before I get myself in trouble, though, I shouldn't say much else.
Fair enough.
So you want to talk about the disagreement that we had?
Sure, we can if you want.
About how you found out she lost her attorney?
Oh, yeah.
You tell it.
I mean...
Because I don't actually know. I mean, I know how you found out, but I don't know your side of the story as far as like what you were doing when you found out.
I think I had finished, either I had finished work or I was about to go to the pharmacy to pick up.
You were downstairs.
No, I was upstairs.
Oh,
I was about to, I had just gotten done with work and I was about to go to the pharmacy to pick up medicine for you guys.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, I was. I was.
How many times do you go to the pharmacy?
Oh my goodness gracious. If you only knew.
I do know, but I
anyway,
forget.
I remember scrolling, I think, over Facebook for a second, and then I saw
on our Resurface Facebook.
No, I just on my Facebook, and it popped up that there was a new video that was posted, and I didn't know anything about it.
You got really mad.
I was frustrated because I was seems like last to know, and here I am, the husband.
No, you found out along with everyone else.
Well, that's the problem. I want to know as the husband if something like that is happening.
Actually, the first person that found out is my psychiatrist, but more to come on that. Teaser for the next bit. But you found out after
via social media.
Yeah. Which I apologized.
Yeah, you did.
And what it was that I posted was a tearful video because I couldn't stop crying for a while. And it was a not a knee-jerk reaction. It was a desperate enter fight mode now moment of our daughter her case, like her attorney just walked, the rug has been pulled out. Now I have to instantly go into fight for her mode. And so I went online to find out if there was anything that anyone knew of as far as like, mainly what I was asking about was legal counsel type situations, like assistance, pro bono, nonprofit. Like we can't afford a private attorney. Like we can't pay for one. So, yeah, anything like that, any kind of like representation or whatnot. And I don't know what I expected to come from it. I just know that, you know, in my grief and fear, my first reaction was, again, immediately start fighting. And that was how I did it. And I'm not saying it was right. In my defense, though, I think that you were on a work call. And so, again, like I said, I wasn't thinking clearly at all. Like I wasn't thinking through anything. I went from finding out to instant fight with no thought in between. It was like, okay, I just found out something awful. Now I'm going to fight.
Yeah, I get that. I think mine is that, like, not that I was on a work call at the time, but I had found out right after that. But it was when I got up and knew I had to go to the pharmacy, and I walked into Aiden's room. You were on his desk, and then there was nothing said about it. And then you're like, okay, bye, love you.
No, that's not what happened.
It was.
No.
It was.
No.
It was.
Was I crying?
I think maybe so.
No, because you would have asked. That's not what happened.
I don't remember.
Because when I posted that video, I had been crying that whole time. I hadn't stopped.
I don't know. You may have been tearful or something. I can't remember. I just know nothing was really said.
No, actually, I remember. You came in right before I was about to get on that telehealth appointment, which I'll talk about in a minute. And so I hadn't found out yet. The email popped up literally like moments later, and then you left. So you weren't on a work call. You were actually gone. You weren't at the house. You must have been at the pharmacy.
I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was down at my desk.
You may have gotten home and then seen it because I was on an appointment when I found out. That lasted for a while. Then I posted. So by that point, you would have been back home and probably did sit back down at your desk or whatever you were doing. But you came in and you said bye. That was before I found out. I was literally right about to log in to Zoom for this call, for this appointment. So I hadn't found out yet.
Okay.
That was maybe 30 seconds before I found out. But I understand your frustration. Like, I shouldn't post something on social media without telling you about it. I get that 100%.
I don't care what you post on social media.
No.
It's just something like that.
Yeah, something that involves like our kids and everything, of course. Like, you know, you deserve to know that first. Do you see my side of it though? I want you to I just want to know.
I mean, I understand like you were going straight into the fight mode, but I just wish it was, you know, with me behind your corner first, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Because there was nothing for me to back at that point. I had nothing. I didn't know anything.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that there was a whole lot that either one of us could have done.
Just me being supportive when I could.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm just talking about like, we had nothing at that point. You know what I mean? Like, generally speaking, I guess you're saying like support me. You wanted to comfort me before I went to social media?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Well, I appreciate that.
Yep.
I'll do that next time so that I can have comfort.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. That won't be my reason.
Well, I mean, that's all really that.
You didn't catch that joke, did you?
No.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done it in that way. Like I said, you weren't at home. I was extremely emotional. And women don't always, in my opinion, think very clearly when we're very emotional.
Okay.
Right? You're not going to speak on that, are you?
I'm not going to say one word about it. I know better.
Okay.
Been married long enough.
So on that note, well, I didn't used to be emotional at all.
It's true.
So on that note, I'm going to tell the story of what happened. And I don't think I've actually told you this story. It's funny, it's sad, it's just ridiculous. So I'm sitting there. I've decided I really like working in Aiden's room for some reason. So I'm sitting there at Aiden's desk and I am logging into a Zoom call with my psychiatrist. Okay. And keep in mind, like, he's just a medication management psychiatrist. Like, he doesn't do therapy or anything like that. And it literally said provider has joined the call. I glanced over at my computer, which had my emails pulled up, and it said, I saw the subject line withdrawing from Mila's case. I opened it, I scanned it briefly, and immediately burst into tears. And then he came on the screen. Okay. And of course, I was like literally sobbing. And, you know, I explained to him like what happened or whatever, but the poor guy, he's like, I don't do therapy. Like, this is like, you know, so I'm like crying. And then I was like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm trying to get it together. And then he's trying to warn me about like serotonin syndrome and ask me if my medication's working while I'm just like, and then that was probably really cute what I just did there. And then at one point I think this was towards the end of the call, but he goes off script asking if I'm okay and reminds me that I have kids that need me. And like,
that's nice.
No, he was meaning like, are you okay? Are you going to harm yourself?
Oh, good grief.
Yes, that's what he was saying. Now, one might think that's a normal thing for a psychiatrist to ask. And it depends. I guess it depends on the doctor. For this particular doctor, he always sends like a questionnaire about a day before your appointment. And that question's on there. But I don't think he's ever actually asked me like
outright on the call.
Gotcha. It's addressed in the questionnaire. So I guess he was worried.
Goodness. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, poor guy. I'm thinking, why would I harm myself? I have to become an attorney by Tuesday.
Yeah.
I can't. No, I wasn't actually thinking about it. That joke did not land with you, did it?
It doesn't. Those types don't.
Well, you gotta laugh where you can, babe.
Fair enough. I just that humor, you know me.
Yeah. It's funny to me. You know, I mean, I will say, when we got the denial letter, the initial denial letter on CAPC, that was when I really did hit rock bottom, and that was when I really did have some thoughts that weren't so great. And that was when I called in my mom to come from St. Louis here because I was in such a dark place. I mean, that denial put me at rock bottom. It was compounded on everything that we've been through, not just that, but everything starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I hit rock bottom when that denial letter came through. This time, you know, I don't feel like I would go there. Maybe it's just my new meds working.
I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. That's good. I'm glad you didn't.
Nothing.
That's the truth.
Nothing.
What?
You ain't got no jokes today?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing.
You don't like that type of...
Not that I don't. No, I do not.
It's important to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand. It's definitely not saying it's not there. I'm
not going to have those thoughts and then not we're just not going to sanitize it here. You know, it doesn't help anybody.
No, I agree. I'm not saying not to. I just be open with how you're feeling, but
I want to help people.
Making sure that you do get help though.
Of course, I got to be an attorney. I can't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, but
no, in all seriousness, I'm feeling a lot better since new medication and therapy. Not perfect, not, you know, whatever, but better. And also, this podcast has given me a creative outlet that has helped tremendously. Also, it's like I said in that one episode of the podcast where I gave the analogy of Homeward Bound and you know, Shadow, the golden retriever, had fallen in the pit and had Chance and Sassy to pull him out. And I have you and the kids. Like, even if I were to hit rock bottom again, I have such a solid anchor for not letting those thoughts take control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, you know, I mean, I don't want to speak into anybody that has ever gone through that. For me specifically, I don't anticipate that ever being a real struggle at all. And if it were to become a real struggle, I would most definitely say something. I'm open if I have those thoughts, like I've told you, but they're fleeting thoughts. They're not like persistent,
right?
You know?
Yep.
With that being said, as I will always do, there will be resources in the description for anybody that may be going through mental health issues.
100%.
So let's get into the meat of what was happening with her case and kind of, you know, what the state is saying, what is true, and, you know, what we're going to do about it without putting all of our cards out there. Okay. So you want to tell how you understand it? I want to hear your perspective on what they're doing.
Well, right now they're trying to fight us getting CAPC because they do not believe that it was originally caused by a brain injury. Yeah. It is instead behavioral, something that can be corrected.
Yeah.
So that is the overall summary of what essentially we're trying to fight, where she does, in fact, have an issue in her brain, and it is caused by 100%. A brain injury when she was born.
Yeah.
And that has been said so by multiple medical providers.
Yeah, the list is long.
So,
yeah, you know, the state's whole thing is they want to latch onto this. There's 2 other waivers in the state of North Carolina, at least that I'm aware of. There may be more, but for children specifically, one of those is the innovations waiver. It's got a 10 to 12 year wait list. It doesn't provide the medical aspect of things. And then the 1915I waiver, which is meant to be more of a bridge between now, or not now, but like if you're on the wait list for the innovations waiver, then you would be able to get on the 1915I, and it's very similar, but again, it doesn't provide the medical stuff.
Right.
So what Mila needs is nurse level care, and that is not fully covered medical equipment and things like that, to my knowledge. The bottom line is I've looked into both waivers and they don't meet her needs. Not fully, not adequately. They have great, wonderful things about them, but they don't fully meet her needs.
Yeah.
Now, both of those waivers are meant for children who have their primary issue is developmental or intellectual or cognitive. Or you know, autism, which would kind of be associated with that sometimes. But they want to look at the fact that, well, take epilepsy out of it, because that's in and of itself a huge factor in this. But let's take that out for a second and pretend like she doesn't have it. Okay. You cannot. The area of her brain that was injured was white matter, which there's quite a lot of good medical sources out there that discuss the way that kids typically present when they have a white matter brain injury. And it is cognitive, intellectual, speech, sensory, epilepsy, all the things pretty much. Like, it fits Mila perfectly. And gray matter injuries, and this is my understanding, having read the literature and talked to her doctors and everything, and you know how they've explained it to us as well. Gray matter injuries or injuries to the brainstem, places like that, would be where you would see more obviously physical, meaning visually. Now, Mila's are very much physical, but when I say obviously physical, I mean like you see the person and know that they are disabled because they're either in a wheelchair or they have a trach or they have, you know, a G-tube or any number of things, right? And so the state wants to look at kids like Mila and say, well, you know, it all presents in this developmental cognitive way. Therefore, she's not eligible and we're going to push her off onto these other developmental waivers. Problem with that theory is that's not true. She has a physical brain injury. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. You've got to look at it with an MRI and then it'll be right there in front of your face. You'll see it. It is as absurd as someone telling you that your struggles since your stroke are behavioral. That makes no sense. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
If somebody was just like, oh, your problems are just behavioral or cognitive, like they're not medical.
Yep.
Like, sit with that for a second. How absurd.
Yeah.
Same exact concept.
Yeah.
You and Mila are both little brain patients together.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are. You both have a damaged area of your brain, and it presents kind of similarly a little bit, you know, like, I mean, y'all have some overlapping stuff, like with, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? Like yours is not physical is what I'm saying. Like as in motor, you can walk. Mila can walk. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not changing your diapers, right? So, well, I'm changing hers, but that's from a cognition standpoint.
Right.
But that would be absurd. That would be absolutely absurd for someone to look at you and say you don't have a medical problem.
Yeah.
That is not medically accurate. And furthermore, well, the first person it started with was the nurse that did the assessment. She put all this was, you know, whatever. Won't even get into that. But the attorney is the one that's like really digging into it. This state attorney lady.
Yep.
And she doesn't like my answers because she will ask me questions like, has Mila had a seizure since April of 2025? I can't answer that. I cannot say yes or no.
Right. Yeah.
And she hates that. And she gets mad and defensive and whatever. I'm sorry, lady, but like, unless she is, even if she was on EEG, first of all, you cannot say for sure because there's like deeper seizure activity that can go on that doesn't capture on scalp EEG. But regardless of the fact, she hasn't been on EEG for 11 months.
No.
So I don't know. And I don't watch her with my eyeballs all night long. We have monitors, and when they go off, we look at her on the camera, we check on her, or sometimes go in her room and check on her. But we don't stay awake all night watching. You know, could she have had a tiny seizure in her sleep that we didn't see? Maybe if her alarms didn't alarm.
Yeah.
Alternatively, her bradycardia episodes that she has at night, which we've talked about in episode 6, I believe it was, can be sub what's the word I'm looking for? They can be tiny seizures.
No.
And she didn't have any of those when she was in the hospital on EEG. She didn't have any bradycardia, probably because she wasn't sleeping that great.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that means anything or not, but regardless of the fact, those happen. She's not on EEG. I can't say. Sorry, lady. I don't know.
Yep.
And she hates that. You know, the other thing that she wants to say is, can Mila walk? And my answer to that is, if you're referring to her ability to walk from a physical musculoskeletal standpoint, sure. But she cannot walk safely unless she is in a protected environment, completely supervised. So what that looks like is if we are in a parking lot or we are in, like in a parking lot or a store or whatever, like parking lots, we use a stroller or we carry her. If it's a long walk to the door, it's a stroller. If it's a hospital, it's a stroller. I don't see her being out of a shopping cart in a store for a very long time, if ever. Like, I don't know. No. She'd be going and finding the chocolate milk and drinking it. Like, it would be a disaster, right? So, like, that, or she'd go up to a stranger if we're not watching her, like, bald eagle eyes, and go home with them because she has no stranger danger awareness. So she can't walk safely. No, not on her own, not without a very controlled home environment.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just tell you too on that, when I leave and go to the store or whatever else it is, when I leave, I always, every single time, I check my rear view mirror and check the backup camera because I'm scared to death she'll try to follow me out there and then end up coming outside.
I didn't realize that you did that.
Do it every time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I don't really leave when she's at home. I even do it
when she's not here.
What do you mean?
Even when I know she's with y'all.
Just a habit?
It's just a habit. I do it every
There's also neighborhood kids that play.
And that's exactly right. I think about that too because there's a bunch of them and they go around there. But that's my concern. She doesn't know. She would not have a clue.
No, we have door chains on all of our outside doors.
She can't
so that she can't leave.
She just can't put together the car being on, and then
she has no ability to understand that cars are dangerous. None.
Nope.
So like that's why we have her in a stroller in long parking lots, or we hold her, because otherwise she's going to bolt. She's going to run with glee, very happy, but doesn't understand that cars will hurt her.
Yeah.
And so the state one, and again, all of this comes down to her brain injury. It's actually really easily explained if you take 2 seconds to look up the medical literature on it. But the state wants to separate what caused it. They acknowledge it exists, but they don't acknowledge its connection. This is my understanding of it, because Rachel's become an attorney over the last 48 hours. My understanding is they don't acknowledge that it is connected or a direct cause of her cognitive issues or her need for support with ADLs. Okay. So that in and of itself is absurd, because let's just talk about bathing, for example. If you have a child with epilepsy, you will know this very well. They cannot bathe unsupervised. Mm-hmm. It is not safe. We were told that from literally the very first day.
Yep.
No baths unsupervised.
Yep.
Like for who knows how long, a long time, I'm going to be having to watch her shower or bathe or be in the bathroom or very nearby where I can hear. Mm-hmm. And even then, I don't know that she's going to have the cognitive function to be able to understand the concept of like washing her hair thoroughly or anything like that. The other thing is like brushing her teeth. Neuropsychologist, her fine motor coordination is poor. So she can't brush her teeth adequately or even effectively at all. Mm-hmm. She can kind of like that, and that's it. And that's it. She cannot, like, her hands cannot do it right.
Yep.
And look, 5-year-old kids are uncoordinated, but this is in a non-age appropriate way. Yep. And I could go on and on and on with all of this stuff, but the only other one I would say is the potty training thing. Mm-hmm. She's 5 years old. She's not potty trained. I don't know when she's going to be potty trained, but it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, because she doesn't have the cognitive ability to understand it. Yep. She has no ability to understand the concept of holding it or not, peeing in her underwear or whatever.
Yep.
No ability to understand that.
Yep.
And we don't know if she ever will. And furthermore, speech wise, her understanding of speech is so poor that even if we were to try to explain it to her, if you separate the cognitive ability out of it, I don't know if she'd understand us speaking to her to tell her. Because I guess those two things kind of maybe go hand in hand. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that, as we talked about in 2 episodes ago or something, I don't even know. Yeah, I think it was 2 episodes ago.
I think
that she has deafness at certain frequencies in one ear and near deafness, meaning severe hearing loss, in the other. So like, even if she didn't have the cognitive challenges that she has, she can't adequately hear someone yelling out, for her, or like at a high frequency. Like if you're yelling because she's about to run in front of a car or something, and that frequency enters a frequency where she can't hear, she's not going to hear it. They don't think she can hear sirens, things like that, things that are needed, right? Safety awareness is a cognition issue and a hearing issue. I don't even know. Wow, I just totally I am losing my mind. I have been literally planted in front of a computer for 48 hours. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else you want to add as far as her? I never want to get too specific in her struggles, but I'm going to be totally honest, and this is really raw and real. She just may not ever have the ability to understand that we talk about her issues here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she'll have a plateau at some point. Now, when that is or what that is, I don't know.
Because we've talked about protecting her as far as future employment, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's.
I'm not.
I don't know that that's a thing anymore.
I don't know. I have no idea.
After what we found out,
I don't know enough about it. I really don't. I should, but I don't.
No, I mean, I don't know that she'll ever have the cognitive ability to have a job in which anything that we discuss here on this podcast would jeopardize.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I don't know enough about it. I really don't.
Have you thought about that? Has that entered your mind? I've thought about it.
It really hasn't.
Should we become more specific about her struggles because she may not ever understand?
Nope, because to me, it's not even close to getting to that point right now. And
What do you mean?
I just, her holding down a job or doing any of that stuff, having to worry about those type of things in her defense, it just hadn't even popped into my brain because.
So you're saying still be careful.
Yeah, because just because how far off we are, I just don't think that it's.
You're not sure what will happen.
Yeah,
that's fair. The only reason that I would even ever be more specific is for other people listening, but that's not as important as her privacy.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's sad to think that it may not matter, and she may not ever understand it. You know, I mean, I guess that's really. Oh, I wanted to touch too on the attorney situation. So I'm going to be real. It's very frustrating because I don't know their real reason for withdrawing from the case. So I'm not going to speculate on that. I know you noted possibly thinking that it's not, a strong case or whatever. I don't think that that's true. I have reasons to believe that, but I'm not here to trash anybody. So I'm not going to say what those are. But I am going to say one thing. And that is that the attorney had a substantial amount of medical evidence in front of him that was never presented, that will have to be now, because that is fair to Mila and to the state to have and to review. He had a lot of evidence that literally says across many different specialties that all this is linked to her brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he didn't understand what he had. I don't know if he maybe doesn't have a great understanding of HIE in general. That's possible.
Could be a combination. Because
a lot of kids, I think I told you this, what was it, yesterday or the day or today even. She's a rare case. Mm-hmm. A lot of kids with HIE don't present like her.
Yep.
They are wheelchair bound. They have, breathing tubes, feeding tubes, cerebral palsy, like you name it.
Yep.
And she doesn't. She is invisibly disabled.
Yep. And
so I don't fault him for the fact that she's rare. She's very rare.
Mm-hmm.
But he took the case,
mm-hmm.
And if as a parent, I hand you medical evidence that, by the way, the state could get too if they asked for it, I think you should present that to the court.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like there's anything ever in her file that could hurt her case. Like all it ever is strengthening it.
No.
I dug into, I have a long file on her. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And medical parents, if you have a long medical file on your child that is most likely more accurate and more comprehensive than their MyChart, please comment below. But I have everything. NICU records, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the full story of her birth and the C-section and all that kind of stuff. The only thing about that I don't have is like my part of it as a patient, but I have everything for her as a patient. I actually requested those records. I think it's been about a year maybe now. And I literally requested them because I thought Mila might want these one day. And I had no idea how valuable they were going to be later. Anyway, with that being said, PSA, if you had a baby that had complications or whatever, you have a child with medical complexity that was in the NICU, request the medical records from the hospital. Eventually they destroy them. You just don't know when you're going to need them. And I have needed them many times.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so all that to say, in a roundabout way, I have reviewed a lot of medical records over the last 48 hours, re-reviewed medical records I've already reviewed before, dug into all of her MyCharts from all of her different, facilities or whatever. And there is a mountain of evidence that supports all of it and nothing that doesn't. Nothing that casts doubt, like at all. Her case is exceptionally strong.
Yep.
And that's not me as a mom. I don't think I'm biased in saying this because I do have my law degree now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, for sure.
Okay.
At least in Medicaid law.
Okay. I'll look forward to seeing the paycheck.
Yeah, right.
In soon.
No, actually, you know what I've discovered? Law is exceptionally boring. I told you this yesterday because I want to go into nursing school so bad. The only thing that was entertaining to me about that process of being a lawyer for the last 48 hours was the medical part. The law side of it was very boring. Apologies to any of you who might be lawyers, which I seriously doubt there's any listening to this, but if they are, I'm sorry, your profession is boring.
Well, a lot of people can say that.
I mean, sure, I guess it's all about what you're passionate about, right?
Yep.
Or what brings money. And I think most Americans probably don't enjoy their jobs.
Probably not.
I think enjoying your job is a luxury. Anyway, all that to say, I am a lawyer now. And because I am a lawyer now, I can confidently say that she has a very strong case.
Okay.
And I can also confidently say that the lawyer that was supposed to be one really fumbled the ball bad.
Okay.
And I don't think the judge is going to be very happy about it.
We'll see.
And by the time this podcast goes out, it won't matter because the judge will already know that medical evidence was never presented. So I'm not worried about them finding out in that way. No. They'll already know.
Mm-hmm.
Because, again, as I said, I want to win this case, but I also want to do it fairly. You know?
Yep.
Do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And that includes allowing the state whatever time the judge decides is appropriate to review it.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I'm going to say I intend to fight this all the way to the highest court level that it allows. I know you can take it to the North Carolina Supreme Court. I'm not sure if you can take it higher than that. You probably can.
I don't know.
And I will die on this hill. And the reason for that is not just because of our daughter. The reason for that is because I genuinely believe that if we can win this thing, we can pave a way for other children like Mila who have medical disabilities that appear invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And I am passionate about using the opportunity in front of us, if you want to call it that, to help Mila, our family, and any other kids and families that need it. And if that takes me being a neurotic attorney mom all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court, I will do it.
Mm-hmm.
I really will. You ready for that?
You're gonna have to be.
Yeah. Because she's legally entitled to it. Yep. And because there are other kids that are out there that are legally entitled to it.
Yep.
That are getting denied. She's not the only one. I've talked to other moms who are going through similar situations. I don't know that they necessarily had the lawyer quit on them, but yeah, I'm not going down on this one without a fight.
Yep.
A legal fight.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
That's pretty much all I have to say on that. Do you have any questions, anything you want to add to
I don't
it?
have much to comment on that until everything's kind of moving forward to kind of see where we are. That's really all
Any additional thoughts?
Not really. I just hope that it works and that we do win. I don't know if you think we will or not.
That's what I was waiting for you to say. That was your cue. You're supposed to ask me that.
Well, yeah, I had that, but I was trying to think through.
I know.
I was trying to think through other
I'm just
things
being
too.
real here in this podcast. He's supposed to ask me, do you think we're going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I really do. I think that we have such a strong case that, yeah, I think we will. Now, if that means that we are in the U.S. Supreme Court winning, maybe.
Okay.
Wait for us on ABC. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that even get on?
I mean, it's important for it to win for her sake, but also others too. So
yeah,
that's what we'll keep in mind.
I genuinely do think we will win. I'm not saying that it'll be on this round.
Yeah.
But I think eventually we will.
Sure.
I think her case is too strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that God made me way too stubborn to not win.
Mm-hmm.
My parents told me my entire childhood I should have been a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Well, is that sarcasm?
No, I don't. It's not surprising.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
Yeah,
they literally, surprising. I mean, my whole childhood, they were like, you need to be a lawyer one day. Like, meaning because I argued incessantly.
Agreed.
We tell our daughter that all the time.
Agreed.
I did tell dad and mom this week, I said, well, in one way, I think God has answered your prayers of, I am almost certain you prayed, which were, why did God give us such a stubborn child?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This might be part of that.
Maybe.
You want to move into two of our, what we like to call quiet thoughts?
Yeah, we can. Then we'll wrap up.
Yeah. Might be a shorter episode. We said that last time, but it ended up not being.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. This one seems to be going pretty good right now.
Does it? I have zero concept of time.
Yeah, I think it's going for a while.
We'll find out.
Honestly.
So, yeah, mine, Mine's a tough one. I'm afraid that if we lose, it's going to be because I don't do a good enough job for her.
Do you want to go into that a little bit?
You can address it.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean, what do you think?
That's not the case. I mean, you go as far as you can go.
Yeah.
As you're able to go. And then at the end of the day, like, if it's the end, then it is.
But I can always push myself to be better.
Well, but I mean, it's not necessarily that you can't push yourself to be better at anything, but there's a point, though, where there's the push to be better, but there's also, too, you got to remember that, when it comes to, you've still got all the family here. So all your focus can it doesn't have to stay push. No,
that's not what I mean. I just mean, like, I can always become a better lawyer.
Well,
I just started in my career.
Well, I think that everybody can
become a better lawyer.
Become a better whatever field you're in. That don't really matter what field you're in. I just think that it's,
I've just been put in this position where I have to be one now, and I'm a parent, and I have to go toe to toe with the state's attorney. And I look, I'm new in my law career. Like, I don't, I might not do that great.
Okay. Well, you're not really expected to, though.
I'm just an associate. I'm not yet a partner.
Yeah. You're not expected to, though.
Nothing on my jokes today, huh?
I got nothing.
You don't have a sense of humor today, do you?
Today I don't. I don't know what happened to it.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
It's a bummer, man.
I don't know.
I had some good ones.
Yeah.
You're letting me down.
I don't know.
Laugh.
I have no idea. Ha. There you go. See, I made you laugh. It worked, didn't it?
That was absurd.
I know.
And yours?
Yeah. So this one is, this is true, but I'm afraid.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to hold this family together for as long as this fight may take.
What do you mean by that?
Well,
like, hold our family together how?
Well,
supporting me.
A bunch of different ways. Supporting you, making sure dinners are done, clothes are washed, yard's done, house is cleaned up, dishes are done, these type of things, going to get medicine, all of that.
So are you talking more about, like, things you have to do or a supportive role?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Because I did tell you the other day, like, the main thing I need from you for right now is support, like, mentally and emotionally.
Yep.
Because it's stressful being an attorney. And I need my husband by my side.
Yeah. For me, it's trying to balance both of those. And it's new. And taking on the budget too, like I have been trying that, like I said I was going to do last podcast.
Yeah, you mentioned budget the other day, and my stomach sank to my butt, and I cut you off immediately.
That's my point.
I can't. Don't.
I know. That's my point. I'm just saying that I'm taking on that now too, so it's like, I can hold on to it for a long time, I'm sure, and I'll do the best I can, but this may take who knows how long, and I don't know how I'm going to do.
But there's going to be some gaps. Like, if we have to appeal, there's going to be some downtime between, because of just because of court schedules and things like that.
There may be some downtime, but I know when you get onto something, you hyperfixate and go head on it. So there's really, to me, there is no downtime.
There will have to be. It's not sustainable for me to sit in front of a computer for 10 hours every day.
I think if you felt like you were really confident and could win it, and that was the time to do it, you would.
I think I'm a good enough lawyer to where I won't have to do that.
We'll see.
I think that I'm not going to put my cards out there, but I already know the argument, the legal argument that I'm going to make. I think it's clear, and I don't really think it'll be much more complicated than that. So I think the time-consuming stuff might be, I don't know, like additional documentation or something that may come up. You know what I mean? Or like, honestly, drafting stuff, like drafting legal documents that I was about to say that I've never had to do before. That's not true. In my previous job, I did have to do that. So that gives me a little bit of a leg up because, I had some experience with that. But drafting stuff, and going, toe to toe with someone who's a much better attorney than me as far as like experience goes is going to be where it might get a little bit time consuming. But I really think over the last 2 days, and it may take a little bit more over the next, like our hearing is on the 20th of April. So up until then, I would expect that it's going to be chaotic. But I think after that, win or lose, there may be a little bit of a lull, because at that point we're appealing, but we're basically appealing with the same stuff that we've already put together. Does that make sense? At least I think.
It is. My whole point, though, is that just trying to hold on while all of this is going on.
I'm just trying to encourage you that it may not be as bad as you think.
Mm-hmm.
There may be some serious, actually some downtime. I mean, I'm going to win April 20th.
Okay.
Or even at motion summary judgment, which, if you don't know, is like filing a request for the judge just to rule on it before you even get to the hearing. I may do such a good job in my new role that she rules in our favor and there is no hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay.
But that was a joke. I know. Didn't land again.
Not with me. It may have somebody else.
Nothing. It's okay. I got nothing else.
Me either.
There's not much up here in this brain today.
No, I got something going in the crock pot. I'm hungry. That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay. Fair enough.
That is what I'm thinking about.
I got to get to editing because we have a very busy couple of days coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, we do.
All right.
All right.
That's it. Stay tuned. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.